guys, and welcome back to the XuanLofi Wild. So today we're going to be doing a museum tour, or better known as a lodge tour. I personally have less than 100 hours in this game, and I've started playing since October of last year. And today is July 8th, and these are going to be the animals that I was able to catch within that time frame. But yeah, let's get into this. So walking in immediately, you'll notice, if you've been following along my hunter series, that these two deer were caught on the same day in Australia within a matter of 12 hours. So this hog deer is my first ever recorded diamond in Hunter Call of the Wild. And then over here, literally hours later, is a secondary diamond caught on the exact same map. Moving on, we got our next rare that I've ever caught is a piebald saltwater crocodile. I was actually in so much shock when this turned out to be a gold, because I didn't know this thing was a piebald until I actually collected it. And yeah, this thing is pretty massive. Now unfortunately it did not make a diamond, because you can see it's a 915 and diamond for crocodile is going to be 10, 14, or 15. Now moving on to the center corridor, you're going to see a lot of stuff. Right off the bat, you're going to notice my first ever legendary diamond rated crocodile off of Australia. This thing was a sight to see when I noticed it in my binoculars. A pretty good trophy rating, if I do say so myself. It's truly just a beast. And here we got a diamond capercaillie. I still have no idea if I'm saying this right. And then over here we got a brown hybrid. A common thing you'll notice in this museum tour is going to be rare fur types, because I mean, even though these are technically classified as rare or uncommon, I still like to put them in my museum. Then over here we got a piebald mallard. This was pretty exciting to catch. Next up we got my second diamond capercaillie off of Reventuli. And then over here, just a really quick little showcase. I mean, the red deer off of that map are amazing and gorgeous. I think that the way I presented these off my wall, I mean, it starts off as like an evolution if you kind of see it. So like that side, there's like a smaller rack, and then it transcends into a much, much greater rack. This is, I like to call this the claws, because I mean, the top of the antlers remind me of two hands, or like claws. And now for the fun stuff. So this, I've been tracking down Bantang for a long time in Australia. I really, really, truly love this animal. I'm so glad that I was able to get a diamond Bantang. Just barely reached the rating, as you can see there, 137.6. Moving on. So actually, moose are one of my favorite, if not my favorite, animals to hunt in the game. Clear evidence here and later on in this video. This thing is colossal. Now, if this thing made diamond, hey, I wouldn't complain, but it's gold, so I'm still not complaining. When I saw this thing, I was super stunned. I knew I had to get it. I knew I couldn't hesitate. And now for this room, because this is where all the rare fur types are. I mean, aside from the two Canada Goose here, because they're both brown hybrids, but just looking here, you can notice that, yeah, this is a lot of rares. The fact that I was able to make this room symmetrical, like when you look at it like this, and then in the grand center is going to be this piebald moose. I'll do a quick run through of the animals. So this right here is going to be the first diamond legendary wolf I've ever caught. Shout out to RMP, because I actually caught this on his map. This thing just barely made it to diamond. Look at that, 39.1 trophy rating. And then on this side, so we got my first ever albino feral pig off of New Zealand. Here we got a pretty recent piebald moose. You can see there, it was June 29th of this year. Next we got a male albino blue wildebeest. If it had just made it to 37, this would have been my first super rare. Yeah, this was really close. And on this side, we got a mirror. So I'm actually stoked that we got a female albino blue wildebeest. So these two animals are my first pairings, I guess, if you want to call it that. So a male and a female albino of the same animal. And for the very far right side of the rares, we got my third and final piebald moose. This was caught in December of last year. Yes, so I was very fortunate to collect my first ever diamond legendary red deer. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe this animal is my first ever guaranteed diamond. And then, you know, just to top it off, pretty cool looking gold lion, nothing too crazy here. I couldn't really fit any other cool thing on this pedestal, so I just put a lion because, well, lions are cool. And now we're gonna head into the final room of the lodge tour, and just as a disclaimer guys, there will be a 6th video coming out very soon, and it's going to be explaining how I caught some of the rares that I've shown you today. And obviously if you haven't seen my previous videos, the links will be in the description, or you can just check out my channel. But the final room, which is my bedroom, we're going to be greeted by the largest water buffalo I've ever seen in Hunter Call of the Wild. And this was caught on Sunder Baton, the new DLC map, and this thing ended up turning out to be a diamond. Very, very gorgeous animal. I'm so glad they remodeled it. They did a really good job on it. And to cap things off with the tour, we got our very first albino. The one that started it all for my series is going to be the albino Bantang caught off of Australia. You can't tell me this thing isn't beautiful. I mean, sitting next to the bed as well. And there's that shot right there, right in front of the bed. But yeah guys, that's going to be the end of the video. And if you guys have noticed that there are animals other than the ones I've shown you today hiding on the walls, that's because those are repetitive. Those are just filler animals. And yeah, let me know what you think of my museum. I'm definitely curious to see what you guys think of it. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.